What's up guys? Welcome back to episode number 30 of the Calamity Mod Let's Play series. I'm first going to apologize for the 2-day break I took. Obviously in the last episode my voice was not the greatest because my throat was pretty bad, and it continued to be bad for the past 2 days, but now it's pretty manageable. So yeah, the uploads should be back to normal and I won't have to skip any more days. With that being said though, we have a lot to do in this episode because I did say episode 30 was going to be pretty packed of boss fights and etc. So the first thing you'll probably notice, I did do some updating to the snow base here, and wow, 200 penguins. That's kinda mean, but whatever. You can see I have an entire new house here. I just have some cryogen drops in there. I didn't really know what to do with it, but I needed more room for NPCs. I did a few other improvements, like I put a bunch of crafting stations here. I put like some random item frames around that don't even have anything in. That's really it. But today, I think the first thing I'm definitely going to do is try and defeat the Leviathan, because that's way down on the boss list, and I think it's kind of time. I forgot to mention before I get over there, I did do some off-camera farming for miscellaneous things. One of those things being the frozen turtle shell. And we still don't have it, so I'm not sure when we're going to get it, but apparently it's not going to be anytime soon because I farmed for multiple days in a row. I farmed last episode, and then the 2 days I was gone, and I still haven't got one, which is kind of absurd, but I'm just gonna have to, I guess, get it by accident or something. Get over to the ocean, and you can actually see I did have a little farming thing going on here. And the summoner is here, but I had a little farming thing going on because we still need a seashell to make that, what's it called, the absorber or something similar to the absorber. We need to get a seashell from a sea snail, which obviously, excuse me, only spawns in the ocean biome, and I still haven't managed to get one. I've killed like 10, maybe 10 or 5. Not an extremely high number of them, but I still haven't got one of those yet either, and that's really the only thing holding me back on that accessory. But as you can see here, we do have the summoner for the Leviathan, so we'll probably do that now. Oh, look, sea snail, but that said 6, so yeah, we haven't actually defeated many. But oh, Stardust Dragon, you need to be careful. But anyways, as I was attempting to say, the sea snails are actually pretty rare, so yeah, I'll probably have to do some more farming for that. Anyways, though, we will get now onto fighting this boss. And my Stardust Dragon accidentally summons it. That's great. I didn't have time to prepare, but I'm just gonna go ahead and use this large weapon. Now, the one thing you'll probably notice immediately if you've never seen this boss, obviously this is not new for me, but you'll probably notice and wonder, why is this thing so large? And to that I would answer, I have no clue. But there's actually two parts of it. There's the siren, and then there's the actual Leviathan part, which is the, I guess, boss you would call it. Or at least that's what it's called. I'm gonna use my Terraria, and yes, I realize I am pronouncing it wrong. I already explained, I'm not sure why, but that's what I call it. The Leviathan is actually already about to go down. The Leviathan has been defeated, but we still have to defeat this stupid siren thing, which looks like it's going to go down quick here. I'm just trying to get down to the loot, and before I can even get there, we've already defeated it. Meaning, if we go here, you can see the Leviathan is great. Now we just have to do the Astrum Deus, which I'll probably attempt this episode, but I'm not sure. More importantly, though, I'm going to open the treasure bag, and we got 2 things, and that appears to be it. 74 gold, I guess that's cool. But we got an enchanted pearl. Increases fishing skill. Crate potion effect does not stack with crate potions. Since I'm not really doing much fishing, that might not be so useful, but this, the Leviathan amber blah blah blah. You leave behind a poisonous seawater as you move. Not sure what that means, but I'll put this on in a second. A 75% increased movement speed. Oh wait, hold on. 75% increased movement speed, 10% increase to all damage, and plus 20 defense while submerged in a liquid. And let's see, if you are damaged while submerged in liquid, you will gain a damaging aura, that thing was over it, I can't read that. damaging aura for a short time. Being outside of a liquid decreases all damage done by 5%, but increases damage reduction. So we have 100 defense. If we go in the liquid, oh wow, yeah, you can see we move a lot faster, and we should have, yeah, 120 defense. Since I'm not going to be in liquid much, and I don't think that combines into anything. Where is it? There, yeah, it doesn't combine into anything. But since we're really not in liquid all the time, I'm probably never going to use that. But there is another summoner right here, and I'm certain there's a lot more drops for this boss. So we'll probably do this one, but I will do this one off camera, because obviously you've already seen the fight, and I don't want to take up time in the episode doing that. And the second one has been defeated, and we're going to have to fall all the way down to the bottom of the ocean to collect it. Maybe that's where I want to put on that accessory. So let's open it again, and we got more stuff this time. That's cool. So we got a hard pearl also, a whole platinum coin. So we have a hard pearl of Enthronement. The lure stays above you. Oh, wait, hold on. Summons a siren lure to fight for you. The lure stays above you, shooting water spears, ice mist, and treble clefs at nearby enemies. What does that look like? Oh my. Oh my. All I have to say is that's very interesting. It looks like it actually does a pretty decent amount of damage. Like, that projectile just did 167, and it shoots it pretty fast, but I'm not sure if that's worth the 8 defense I would have to sacrifice. Okay, I guess I'll keep that and see what happens. Also, it's a material, so let me see. This is the Heart of the Elements. We've seen this before, because I just realized we actually have a Cryo Stone, and we also have an Arrow Stone, and now this. So there's a lot that still goes into it, but I guess, yeah, we'll keep it. Then we also got a Atlantis, which seems like it's just a magic weapon. Nothing too special. Obviously, we're not going to use it because blah, blah, blah. We're not a mage. You know the drill. So, now that we have defeated Leviathan, and I mean, I guess I'm not going to really get the rest of the drops for now. I do know most of the drops, and I don't think there's anything we absolutely need. So I think we're going to leave it at that. What we are going to do, though, and I'm going to do this off camera, is I'm going to defeat the Lunatic Cult. Duh, I almost hit a dragon. I'm going to defeat the entire Pillars and Lunatic Cultists again. And then, I guess we might actually try Moonlord. I don't think I do, or I don't think I want to this episode once again. Because, I mean, we still have a lot of stuff to do before Moonlord. So, I think I'm going to do that right now, and then I'll get back to you on what we're going to do for the rest of the episode. So, I defeated all the Pillars, and I just ended up leaving the game to despawn Moonlord, but more importantly, we do have a bunch more meld blobs, but that's not really what I want to make, because if you actually look at the bars here, you can see there's really not anything else we need to make other than this and this, which I have enough bars for already, but I need other stuff, and that's what I'm going to focus on pretty much for the rest of the episode. So let me put all that away, because I'm not actually going to need that. And then let me quick stack my banners, like so. We're on our last banner chest. We might need to make a new chest area, or start using the snow one. I'm not exactly sure, but let me go ahead and get the materials out for the, where is it? This thing, the Star Core. This is probably close to the most expensive recipe we've had. There's been some pretty expensive ones, but this one requires 7 hollowed bars, 10 stardust, and 2 living shards, which is a pretty steep price. I did look up, and this just needs to be summoned at night, but it needs to be summoned in space, I believe, which is interesting, but I do have a UFO, so I don't think that's going to be a problem in terms of flight. But there is one more thing I needed to do. Hold on, let me make a quick cut here and let me try and remember it. I'm not sure what exactly I was trying to remember, but I did remember another thing that was completely unrelated, and it's actually what we did off camera. So when I was off camera for those past 2 days, I actually turned the time on my computer, and that kind of freaked me out because that looks exactly like my saucer. But anyways, I turned the time on my computer to Christmas so that we actually had the the Santa NPC, and I realized I did that so I could decorate the frost base a bit more, and realized I never even bought anything from him. I had him there, and I even opened some presents, which I'll show you what I got later, but I realized just now that I never actually did anything with him, so I probably will need to do that eventually, but anyways, that's kind of unrelated from what I'm trying to do now, which is to defeat this boss. And I said this before, but I apologize for the weird cuts. I still have a cough, and I don't think anyone wants to hear me cough on my microphone every time, which is quite often, but hopefully I can make it through this fight. So, let me go ahead, summon it to night. Let me summon in my dragon first. Probably would have been a good idea. But luckily that thing has infinite uses, so we don't have to worry. We'll summon it to night again, so we don't waste any time. Summon this thing, buff up, and let's do this. Oh, he's all the way down here. That's odd. Maybe this isn't the boss I was remembering. Oh, nope, there he is. Oh, wow. Okay, so do I not need to do him in space? From this, it would appear not, honestly, because, yeah, he's not in the sky. Okay, so I think I was wrong about the whole space thing. I don't think I need to do him in space. But I remember there was something really quirky or weird about him that I'm trying to remember, but I can't quite remember. All I know is I am absolutely destroying this guy right now with my Terraria. Let me see if this does any better. No, I don't think it's doing that good. Seeing as my Terraria actually shoots more projectiles, and it heals me, which is the more important part. Like, look at my health, how fast I heal. That's like Vampire Knife tier, honestly. Probably a little worse, but Vampire Knives, I can tell you this, they don't home and they don't do 188 damage, that's for sure. Either way, this guy was kind of a pushover, so let me get his stuff here. And it says the seal of the stars has been broken. You can now mine astral ore, which is cool because I think the meteor is no, never mind. It's not even close to here. It's all the way over in the other base, which is right over here. Let me go see what I got there. So we got a platinum coin. We got an astral bulwark. Taking damage drops astral stars from the sky and provides immunity to the Godslayer Inferno buff, which I'm not even sure what is, or what that is in the first place. And we also got some Stardust, which we kind of need because we haven't farmed it. But yeah, as you can see, we can mine this now. So I'm probably going to sit here and mine this meteor out, and I'll get back once I've done that. We have a whopping 521 astral ore, which I'm not exactly sure how good that is, but seeing as, ooh, that might be a problem. It requires Stardust as well to make these. Yeah, that might not be so good. Okay, well, let me see what we can make with these first, and then I'll look into how we can get the Stardust, because I just realized I mined out that whole meteor, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna get more of those guys to spawn. Okay, anyways, we have some things that increase maximum life. Actually, this miracle fruit, we can make this, which increases maximum life by 50. All we need is the Stardust. So maybe yeah, we need to get that. And then let me continue looking here. Wait a second. Solstice Claymore requires a beam sword, 20 of these bars, and the cores. I'm pretty sure we have a beam sword. If we do, that's 310 damage. That would be kind of insane. Seeing as our main weapon does like 170, that's almost double that. So let me quickly look in this chest. I feel like I remember getting a beam sword. And if we did, I'm gonna be really happy. We have a beam sword. Meaning we can, oh wow, this is going to be amazing. Hold on. I'm going to put that away, and then I'm also going to go ahead and grab out all of our our fragment things. You know what I'm trying to say. We'll go down to here, and boom. Solstice Claymore. 310 damage. It only shoots a little projectile beam, but I mean, it's pretty fast, and 310, that's kinda hard to pass up. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead. Now, this might seem crazy, but I'm actually going to replace my vampire knives, because, I mean, they're in there, but I haven't used them a single time, and because of the teratoma and its healing, I really don't see any need for them, at least right now. Maybe when we upgrade it, I could see a use for it, but right now, there's really not. So, also, yeah, I have 18 Stardust here, meaning I can make like a whopping 4 more bars. Let me go back to here, and go back down to here, make 4 more bars, because why not? We only have 11 now, which is kind of bad, but that's all we can make right there, so I think we're probably going to save it. Looking at the armor, it's actually not that great. At least compared to this, it's actually not very good at all. So we're definitely not going to make any of this stuff. So pretty much all we need to save it up for now is this devastation, because that goes into something later down the road. And then that miracle fruit, or miracle something, blah blah blah. So that we can get 50 more life. But yeah, I guess that's pretty much it for that. But going on to our thing now, we're kind of caught up. Not really, because, I mean, we're still all the way down here. So now we have Plaguebringer, Goliath, Duke Fishron, and the Ravager. But I have a bit of a change of plans right now, because there's an accessory, and most of you know it. It's the cell phone. And that requires something called, I don't know if this is the exact name, it requires something called like the Fish Finder. Basically, it's it's made from the Angler quest items. But the problem is, I really don't have time to sit there and farm out all the Angler quests and get his items. But lucky for me, Calamity provides an opposite way, or not an opposite way, but basically another way to get those. Sure, you all remember the Desert Scourge, which was a very easy boss. I think it's the second boss we ended up doing. And you summoned him in the desert. That's actually the boss we need to do, because it turns out, according to the wiki at least, there's a small % chance that when you defeat him, he will actually drop one of those items that we need. And then if we get all of those, and then we also get a radar, we can make the cell phone, which will obviously free up a lot of inventory space, because I'm honestly tired of having all this stuff sitting here. That's really the main reason why I'm doing this, because I hate having that stuff in my inventory, taking up space. So that's kind of why I'm doing this. But it is an accessory we need. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory why we need it. But I'm going to go ahead, get all the materials we need for it out. And I guess I'll be back with you when we're doing the fight or something. I don't know. Alright, I had to do some farming for the Stormlion Mandibles, but I ended up getting 10 of them. I actually went to a different world because I couldn't find any on mine. But I ended up, like I just said, doing 10 of them. So I'm going to go ahead and just open these as quick as I can. And it doesn't look like we have anything, actually. At all. We have one arrow stone, or Aereo stone, however you want to pronounce that. But it doesn't look like we have anything that I actually wanted in terms of like the ocean accessories. So maybe I need to go back and check and make sure that it came from this guy. I'm pretty certain it said that it came from that guy, but seeing if we didn't get any in 10 goes and we didn't get any, they're probably pretty rare. So I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work, but yeah, let's hope they're more common than that. Anyways, guys, I think I'm going to cut the episode here. I didn't want to, but I need to get this out on time, or at least somewhat on time today. But if I kept working, I think it would not go out on time, and that would not be good. So, as I sort all my stuff here, I really have nothing else left to say, so I will see you guys in the next video. And once again, I do apologize about the whole voice throat thing, and that I didn't upload for 2 days. But I think you guys can understand why, because obviously it wouldn't have been a good video, and you can still probably hear it in my voice that it's not fully back. But anyways, I'm just stalling. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.